Which thumbnail? Oh,
Oh, our thumbnail.
the Randy man, I tried to find the picture of him just sitting there without the ropes in front of it,
Yeah.
because that is one of the coolest visuals that I think I've ever seen in a wrestling ring. Just, I mean, just as the young kids say, aura.
Yep.
Like, I mean, Randy Orton was just admitting all of it on Friday night. And for the last, I would say, month or so, because at the beginning of the year, SmackDown was pretty solid, and then it kind of fell off. Right, going into the Elimination Chamber, it was pretty weak, and now we're on the road to WrestleMania, and business, as they say, is picking up because this was a very interesting episode of SmackDown.
It was, and it it kind of paid off something that they've been doing with Randy kind of quietly on the side, little bit here. Like Triple H, they loves his long-term storytelling, and it don't always pay off, and we don't always see it, but we noticed months back and different times, and as I was listening to someone talk, it goes all the way back to WrestleMania 40 when he's holding Cody up and he's looking at the belt, and it's
Well,
glances at the belt, and there's a look here and there, and and as we go a little bit more, and for we'll get to the end of it, but he's been patient, and his patience wore out finally.
touche. And I find that odd, right? Where only certain people look at the belt. It's like if you're not in the title picture, you can't even look at it. Like
No,
I
no,
always find that odd, and it's like, I mean, Ilya should be looking at that. Like if he sees Cody, Ilya should be not talking to Cody. He should be talking straight to the title because any wrestler who is in the business wants to be world champion.
I think
And there
Ilya's
is a,
too busy being stalked by Carmelo.
we are we are for sure going to get to that at some point this evening because I'm over that. I'm over Ilya, and Drew is over the WWE because Drew comes out, to start the show. And what I will say about the opening segment is get Nick Aldis some tights because
Yep.
him standing in front of Drew. Boy, Nick Aldis is a grown ass man. Drew is not a little dude at all, but like they're
Nope.
standing looking eye to eye. Like Nick Aldis is not a little person
No, not even a
at
little bit.
all. I want to see that match. I remember Magnus. I remember Nick Aldis in NWA. Like the dude can wrestle. I don't know why he's not. I mean, I wouldn't if I didn't have to bang my body up all the time. I'd get paid to be a GM.
I'm sure he's being paid handsomely to come out in them suits, but
Correct.
I wonder. I wonder if it's like sports players. You get sports players that play for a long time and step away from the sport and have a hard time adjusting. I wonder how hard it is for him to not be wrestling anymore, but to be around it constantly and to be getting like all up in the wrestler's face like this and not being able to just haul off and start throwing hands.
Well, I mean, I I could understand the want and need to wrestle, but like as you get older, I'm pretty sure he's in his late 30s, if not early 40s, because he's not that old. I remember when he was, well, then again,
39.
they never, okay, see, so he's, I mean, in all actuality, that's like a wrestler's prime,
Yep.
like the mid to late 30s, which is when I hit my steep decline in life in my mid to late 30s.
And he
Um,
hasn't let himself go. He's still really big.
well, no, for the most part, most of the guys who wrestle are just also fitness nuts. Like
Yeah.
they're always in the gym. I'm pretty sure he's in the gym heavily. You better be in the gym when your wife is Mickey James. Don't have your wife lifting more than you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm not.
But so what?
I said I drive by a gym, but I'm not going in the gym.
I mean, you're also not married to Nikki James. Mickey James, I would
Sadly.
need to hit the gym just to fight people off of her because I
Yep.
mean she's a little older, but still, very
Mhm.
easy on the eyes, as they say. But yeah, I thought the opening segment, and then you get Jacob coming out, right? Drew's upset. Him and Nick Aldis are face to like. And what I noticed about SmackDown is these wrestlers get awfully close to each other. I hate up close talkers. Like I
Man.
really despise it. And these guys really get in each other's face and ref just be like, I hope you took a mint before you decided to talk to me the way you were talking to me. Um, and Jacob comes down and Jacob is just like he's so into it. Like he understands it. And him and Drew have amazing chemistry. And I'm
Yep.
really looking forward to that WrestleMania match. Um, if Drew comes back, right? Because Drew quit.
Drew quit.
Jacob gets in his face, says, I cost you the title. What you gonna do about it? And Drew instantly bitched up and decided, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to do this. I quit.
This is the second time he's quit in the
It's probably
last
like the
year, I think.
20th time he's
Yeah,
quit.
oh, yeah.
I feel like Drew quits every time he loses the title, he quits. And then he appears again. It's just that's part of his shtick. Like I lose, I quit, and then I might be gone for 2 or 3 weeks, then I come back and jump you from behind.
Sounds about right.
It does. Um, but yeah, I mean, we had that opening segment. It was solid. Like I thought it was solid. It
Yeah.
wasn't the greatest opening segment, but it kept their story going. It
Right.
kept a story going. We wanted to know what was going on with Drew because now he quit. Is he going to show up in TNA on Thursday? Is he going to show up in AEW on Wednesday? Because he just quit, right? Who
He could
knows?
be all elite.
He could be all elite, right? And I'm 100% certain at the end of the show, I had to go back because my memory is not once what it once was. I had to go back and listen to last week's show to make sure that I wasn't tripping. Because once again, we said exactly what was going to happen uh, with a lot of things that happened on this show.
We're pretty good
I
at that.
know y'all are looking. I know y'all are watching. Send us some money, right? Like
Or
just
give me a Celsius
yeah,
sponsor.
exactly, right? Or
Look at
just
some.
send 10% of your followers to the channel,
That
and
would be
we'll be
great.
fine.
That would be
Like
great.
10%, right?
That's
And
all.
that's
We're
like we
not
have
greedy.
millions of
No, we're
yeah,
not greedy.
exactly. No,
10% is a nice number.
it's a nice number, and it costs you nothing, right?
Exactly.
Just give us a shout out. Michael Cole, I know that somebody's gonna be in your ear on Monday. Give us a shout out. Island Relevancy Podcast.
We would
It's
appreciate it.
us, T and Frank. But speaking of someone being in people's ear, we had the MFTs backstage.
Yeah, we did.
And I love Tamatunga, love Solo Sokoa. The rest of those guys, if they were there or not, I'll be totally honest, could care less. But they still have this lantern. And we're getting ready for a tag team match with the tall guy and Solo against two people from the Wyatts who are all interchangeable. And the interesting part of this all is Shinsuke, right?
Yep.
Shinsuke keeps me somewhat interested in seeing the MFTs because of the history between him and Tama Tonga. He keeps showing up, he keeps talking to Tama, and Solo finally catch wind and says, "Hey, stay out of my family's business." I really like that line. Solo versus Shinsuke is a good match. Like
Yeah.
Solos versus Shinsuke is a match I would like to see. I'm pretty sure we've seen it before, but this one has a little added history, an added story to it. So let's get that on our screen. We saw Tama Tonga versus Shinsuke. They had a banger of a match,
Yeah.
but I don't think that those two are gonna feud. I do think that Tama might actually side with Shinsuke, and Shinsuke might become like his manager or something.
Okay.
Like I don't know why I get that feeling
You could just
where Shinsuke.
add another tag team to a crowded tag team roster that's not doing anything.
Yeah, no, I
I
don't
don't want
think.
to see
I
that.
hope. Yeah, I hope that that isn't the avenue they're going down
I hope not.
because I don't want to see that either.
No.
I mean, Tama and Shinsuke versus Truth and Damien. Why not? Like
Sure.
a one off, but they don't need to be like in the tag
Now,
team division because that tag team division, we'll get to that a little bit later. But I don't even know who won this match. I just know that the MFT still have the lantern.
so Nikki took the lantern,
She did.
distracted Solo, so Uncle Howdy could get the win, so they could
Mhm.
get the lantern back from Nikki.
Correct.
That's
And then
pretty much
Tama
it.
came out of nowhere
Yes,
and took the lantern back.
that's it.
And here we are.
You know what the most
Still,
interesting part of that whole segment was?
what is that?
Before that segment, Trick Williams and Jacob Fatu backstage was 10 that like minute and a half that they had 10 times more interesting than everything that went on in the ring, unfortunately.
Correct. Correct. Because Nick is supposed to do his job.
Yep.
What his job is supposed to be, I don't know, but his job was to make matches, and he made a match. He made the main event match. Jacob Fatu and Trick Williams.
Love it.
Trick Williams' facials, like he he just gets it. Like he
He
has
does.
it all done. Him and Jacob, I didn't have that on my bingo card. I didn't have
No.
those two having any interactions on SmackDown on my bingo card, but I'm glad they did because that really led us to a solid main event.
Yep.
Just a great like that's a match that really could be a PLE match or a pay-per-view
Sure.
match, could be a WrestleMania match if you wanted it to be. Because those are just two young. Well, Jacob's not that young, but they're two studs, and those guys can uh, pretty much tear any show
They
up,
can
and
go.
they did
Yeah.
tonight. They did tonight. But after the MFTs match, we get Damien and Truth in the back, and Truth says, "Man, Judgment Day sure looks different." We got JC McDonough, who looks like he's been eating. And then we have Tom and Nick.
Comment.
And then we randomly, out of nowhere, Los Garza shows up. And it's like, okay, where are you? One, where have you guys been? Two, why y'all here right now? Los Garza shows up, and Damian Priest says, Truth, are you thinking what I'm thinking? He says, yes. I've never seen these guys before a day in my life, and one of y'all are not wearing deodorant. Such
Dude, I'm pretty sure that R-Truth's only goal in every interaction is to make Damien crack. Because every
correct.
time he talks, Damien can't keep a straight face. And it's what makes
Correct.
them so like because even when him and Miz were together, Miz didn't really crack. Right?
No,
Miz keeps it here. Damien has no control at all when Truth is
at
talking.
all.
And it's
It's
great.
so funny.
It's
It's
awesome.
so funny.
I think that
And
this is kind of the prelude to after Mania, after they're done with the tag thing, that Damien's going to kind of go on a more serious path. Like he's kind of taking some like fun time right now, and I
yes,
hope he's going to get back into the more serious stuff.
I mean, there's one person who is trying to help him get into the serious stuff. His
Who that?
name is Carrion Black.
Oh yeah, Carrion Black
Carrion Black. Then we get Jade and Michin in a match.
for the belt,
Not
right?
the worst. Uh, no, I don't think it
No,
was
it
for the
wasn't for the
title.
belt. No, it wasn't for the
But
title.
it was it was an okay wrestling match. Michin can wrestle,
Yep.
but I wrestle with the fact of caring about Michin matches because she always loses, right? Like the same thing as Zelina Vega, Nikki Cross, Candice LeRae, four women who can really wrestle,
Yep.
who always lose,
Yep.
right? They're just there to lose. If she wins, she beat Chelsea Green in a few matches, but I mean, doesn't really like she's not a contender, right? The fact that she's wrestling Jade is almost a slap in the face to the women's title because she's not really a contender. She just showed up and just like,
Yep.
I want to wrestle you. All right,
It's
cool.
the
Why
same
should
thing
I
with
wrestle you?
No, it's the same thing with her and BFAB for the last what 2 3 months. It's been like the two of them in her face and her in their face, and it's just like a merry-go-round with the three of them right now. But it's not moving anybody forward. It's not doing any good for Jade. It's really not. Yeah, it gets
No.
her a little TV time and it gets her some wrestling, and I'm glad for Meechin and I'm glad for BFAB that they're getting on TV in a 3 hour show and getting to wrestle a little bit. But it's not doing anything. It's definitely not doing anything for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then we're inevitably going to get the BFAB turning on Michin to join up with Jade because I think BFAB is going to become Jade's person,
Yep.
which will do absolutely nothing for Jade
Nope.
because BFAB is not the great. She did nothing for the Street Profits.
No,
Like
no,
they didn't need a talker.
no.
She's not that good of a talker. Like she's no Paul Heyman. She's no
No.
Candice LeRae. At least Candice LeRae is associated with Johnny Gargano via marriage. But at least
Right.
Candice LeRae brings something to the table to me.
Yeah.
Like not much. like
It,
not very much, but
the
I don't
the
think
weirdest
BFAB helps Jade.
the weirdest thing about this match was Jade licking her face before she power bombed her.
'Cause Jade does that to a lot of people.
That
With
was just
liquor.
that was just a little weird. That's all, because it's all sweaty and gross.
I mean, uh, like what you like. We don't kink shame on Island Relevancy.
Hey,
I won't. I won't.
I'm not
I
kink shaming her, and
Because she does that. She's done that.
I don't think
Not
I ever
that's not the
noticed
first
it.
time she's done that.
I don't think I
That's
ever
not the
noticed.
first time she's ever
Okay,
done
I didn't think it was the
it.
first time, but it's definitely something I never really noticed before. Now I'm gonna see it every time.
Probably. You'll notice it more now because you probably
Yep.
don't pay attention to her matches. Because a lot
Yeah,
of
there's
people
that.
don't pay attention to her matches.
There's that too.
But she won the match, cuts this awful promo, and Rhea comes out and cuts not the worst promo in the world, but like I don't care.
Right.
Like at this point, like it just they said words, and Jade leaves, and there we are, just with an empty hole in our spirit because they just wasted our time.
Yep.
Then we get Sammy and Cody backstage. I don't like it. That was a very weird interaction between Sammy and Cody because both of them were having like heel like tendencies
Yeah.
throughout the conversation. It was like he came to Cody with love, and then Cody just like, you just said the same thing to Randy, like, cause
I
he's
mean,
both of y'all friends. Like, what do you what
I
do you
mean,
expect?
listen, if you're like, if I'm friends with you, let's take Kenny. Okay, if you and Kenny are gonna fight, and I go to Kenny and I go, "Yo, man, I really hope you win," and then I go to you and I go, "Yo, man, I really hope you win." That's messed up. Like
I
that's a
mean,
messed up thing to do to someone. Now going to Randy and going, "Hey, man, good luck." Hey, Cody, good luck. Now you're not really kind of leaning one way or the other, you know. I,
I
I,
mean,
I so I
I,
get Cody's anger. It's you're just riling him up to to hit some water bottles. That's what you're doing.
pretty much. He gets upset because Cody goes off on him. Like Cody went off on him. It was like,
It did.
damn, damn, Cody. I mean, I really thought y'all were boys, but Cody went off on him. Sammy took all of that anger out on those water bottles, and then
He just
Carrion
hates
Black
water
showed
bottles.
up. He does. He despises them. Carrion
Carrying
Black
back
shows up.
with Scarlet Vega.
Yes, yes, and they show up and they just said cryptic things, and Sammy's like, "I will fight you at WrestleMania just like I did Karrion Cross last year." Because I feel like that's where we're going. I
And
don't.
people will be bored just like they were at WrestleMania last year because we didn't give
Correct,
them anything.
correct. Like
Right.
because Sammy, it's either going to be Sammy and Trick or Sammy and Black, and Sammy and Trick's a way better match.
Yes.
But what do we do with Aleister Black? He's probably not going to be on WrestleMania. Then next we get some women's action. We get the women's tag team titles. My favorite tag team, Matt's
Yes.
favorite tag team, because it
Matt,
has Matt's favorite wrestler.
Matt, if you don't like these women, just say something now. Mm,
See,
I don't
exactly.
know. Oh well.
No, no,
Thank you, Matt.
no. That means
Matt's in,
that silence means compliance. Silence,
Matt's in
silence.
Clearwater right now on St. Patty's Day, drinking his face off with all of our other friends, Ray and Ange and a bunch of other people down there. I passed on going this year because I'm going to go spend so much money taking my two kids to Disney and Epic and Universal in September. But that's a whole nother thing.
That sounds exciting, and getting sloshed on St. Patrick's Day also sounds exciting.
It was
But
exciting
what's
for me
more
back in the
exciting,
day.
yeah, I'm a little too old for that. But we did get a Bella sighting. The
Yeah,
twins show up randomly, just out of nowhere. You can look, but you can't touch. They come down to the ring, and they're gonna sit down. They're gonna be ringside for the women's tag team match. What bad could happen from
nothing
that? What
because
bad could come from that?
they haven't been on TV in a couple weeks, but they're next in line because that's how it works.
I mean, they are the Bellas, right?
I mean,
They,
they're in the Hall of
they,
Fame already, right?
yes, they're
Yeah,
Hall of Famers. They come back to be ambassadors for the WWE. Of course, they should get a women's tag team title shot.
sure.
Um, but we get Queen Bliss. That's gonna be my
I,
name of them moving
I
forward
like it.
versus the Irresistible Forces. And the bad thing is, I made that name up, and they're probably gonna break up next week. Like it just be random. It's all my fault because I gave them a name.
Right.
Um,
That's just so
we had
your thing doesn't turn on.
correct, correct.
Right.
So that thing doesn't pop on.
Uh huh.
But
Uh huh.
solid match, of course.
Yeah.
Solid
Always.
match. Um, the Bellas get kicked in the face. One of the Bellas, they both look alike. One of them gets kicked in the face, and the other one takes umbrage, and she gets in the ring and causes a DQ. I mean, because they were ringside, not behind the announcer's desk. They were sitting next to the announcer. Like I never, I
You
don't
know.
understand that.
I
So they
noticed a little trend with that recently. Like the last couple of times they've had people come out, they don't put their headset on. Like a lot. Remember back, like people would come out to watch a match and they would get on their headset and they would talk crap back and forth and they would talk to the announcers and they would say stuff about the match. They don't do that anymore. They just
well,
sit there.
that's because I don't want to hear the Bellas talk.
But not just them, but it was. I don't feel like talking to you. Um, it's just anybody that comes out and sits ringside now. Like when Liv and Dom came out for their little date back around Valentine's Day, that wouldn't have been bad to have Liv on the mic or
And
on
they
the
couldn't have had
headset.
a date. They couldn't have had a date. They were having a date.
They
They
were
had
having.
like they had
Oh,
like
Raquel was
food and
there.
all
She
that
worked
stuff.
on
They
it.
they had nuggies.
They did nuggies.
They had nuggies and all that good stuff. But I mean, you're right, because very rarely, the only people who do that like recently that I remember is the New Day, because they're
Yeah.
extremely charismatic.
Yes.
Um,
And maybe that's why. But I think
because
Brie, yeah, Brie ate a Charlotte Flair kick, and Charlotte unalived her with that kick.
I mean, get out of the way.
That's
Like, why are you here? Why are
you
you in my
shouldn't have been
way?
there.
You should not have been here. That's your fault. Then we get Jelly Roll backstage. Jelly Roll's in the house. Hey, he's gonna be on
Hey,
Miz TV. Runs into Randy Orton, and they exchange pleasantries.
yep,
Jelly
good
Roll
friends.
won 3 Grammys. Oh yeah, good friends. They gave each other a dap and hug, and just
I
happy to see each other.
I noticed something about Randy when they showed him, they do that walking into the match, walking into the building kind of thing. I noticed
Mm.
I noticed a difference in his attire, and I didn't say anything because I didn't think anything of it. But Randy wasn't wearing the blue shirt anymore. He'd been wearing a blue shirt lately, and then he was back to wearing a black shirt.
Well, Randy's been wearing oversized shirts. Like
Yeah,
Randy's shirts are like a triple X or something. Like I
I do
don't.
that too. It's good for when you're chubby.
I mean, I wouldn't call Randy Orton chubby,
No,
but but I just find that funny. Everybody else wears like muscle shirts, and he's like
Yep,
wearing just the. He's like, you know what? I'm an old man. I wear whatever I want to wear.
that's right.
Uh, then we get Truth and Priest head into the ring. They're getting ready for their match with Los Garza, but Flair and Bliss run into the Bellas, who said, "Hey, we got next, and we're going to talk to Nick to get a match for the tag team titles." And they got that match. So next week on SmackDown, the Bellas are getting a tag team title match,
Now,
and they're going to get annihilated.
was that where the stuff behind the camera was happening? Was it during that exchange? Because there
I
was
don't.
so behind there was something going on. There was some chatting going on. I think it was that segment that behind them in camera was Jade and BFAB walking down the hallway together. Now
Oh,
you
I
had
didn't
mentioned,
notice that.
oh yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
notice that either
So
time.
that's funny that you mentioned earlier that BFAB's going to end up going with Jade. Jade and BFAB came around a corner together and walked off down the hallway together talking. So
Mhm.
you're on to stuff and you didn't even notice it.
Well, somebody mentioned it, and I thought that happened last week. I didn't.
No, that was this
I
week.
but I
That's
didn't
it.
see it. I was not looking that
It was.
hard.
Maybe I just
Um,
forgot to mention it last week. Ah, it happened.
maybe, but the Lost Garza and Truth match happened. Of course, Damien and Truth won. We get a backstage segment with Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano, who is back to laying down. He is still sad. And
Very
Alex
sad.
Shelley is now his friend. And Chris Sabin does not like that. And they're going to break up. And I'm going to care less about those two human beings
Yep.
than I do right now.
Yep.
Because they've broken up before. Motor City Machine Guns and TNA have had fallen outs. And they went on to do great things as single stars. That was like 12 years ago.
Right.
like that was a long time ago. Just like Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Like if they would have broke up at this point, this ain't NXT anymore. That there's not that love of DIY that they had in NXT. So
No.
having them break up probably isn't going to help either one of them.
Nope.
We'll see them
And
on main event.
what are they going to do? Run after the US title on SmackDown? Like, is that what it's going to happen? Is
I
they're
mean,
gonna come after Carmelo and then they're gonna
we
fight
might
each
get a few banger
other?
match. Yeah, we might
Probably.
get a few banger matches with Mello, but
Bef-
that's really it.
before the Jelly Roll, my new favorite personality in WWE had a little back and forth with the Miz. And again, I'll say it for another this and the next time we talk about him. I'm all in with the Danhausen. I didn't get it. I get it. It's funny. I know eventually it's going to get old, but it's funny.
I mean, the key is just go out there and have fun. Like
Right.
he's just going out there and having fun. He says quips. It only gets old if if you just stop caring about
Right.
because it's the same shtick. He's literally been doing the same shtick for like the last 5 or 6 years that I've known that he existed. Like he did the same thing in the AEW. He's doing the same thing now. They're selling a ton of merch,
The
and
good
that's what
thing
he's
is
there for.
it's different people that he's getting to interact with, so that's really what's keeping it fresh right now. Like
Mhm.
interacting with the Miz is cool, and then when we see him on Monday night again, it was probably one of the best ones yet. But
I I just think they probably need to don't lay it on so thick,
yeah,
right? He really doesn't need to be on both shows every week.
no, no.
Like
But
that's
if he's selling T-shirts at both shows every week, I mean, shit.
once again, every at some point people gonna stop buying T-shirts. Like
And
we have them all, but then I mean I guess they'll drop a new one. I don't know, but I don't see like. Of course, the internet community is gonna get tired of his shtick. Like next week, they'll be
right,
over him next week. Like
right.
the IWC, they're gonna be, oh, then like let him wrestle. Oh, he wrestled and he wasn't that great. Oh man, this guy
Now we got a
sucks.
boom.
Yeah. But I mean, I once again, like, Truth has been doing the same shtick for the last decade or so, and I'm not tired of that. Like, it's just as long
That's true.
you give people a break every now and then you come back with the funny. Like,
Right.
it doesn't have to be 2 or 3 times a show every single week. That's the WWE does that where they find something, they find lightning in the bottle, and they just run it into the ground until you hate it. Like, and that's happened with so many. I hope that doesn't happen with Trick Williams because I have this feeling that they're trying their hardest to capitalize on the
Right.
success, and that's not how you do it. Just overexposing him is not going to help. When he's on 3 or 4 segments in a show, that doesn't always breed success in this business. But I mean, Danhausen did call Jelly Roll Jelly Jam, which I thought was funny.
Did call him jelly. He did call him Jelly Jam.
But I mean, he's fun. I like funny wrestling. Like, I don't take everybody doesn't have to be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like,
No,
so I'm with it.
I enjoy. I was kind of going back and forth with a friend. They were talking about Rusev and how Rusev he's horrible now, and I was like, he needs to go back to the comedy. And they're like, well, why? There's too much comedy. I'm like, no, there's not enough comedy. Like, it doesn't have to all be serious, but he can go back to the Rusev Day thing and still be a badass, right?
He could.
I don't
I mean,
see it.
he needs a dance partner. Like,
Right.
Rusev is the person who needs somebody else there to stop him from saying stupid stuff.
Yep.
I feel like he's the person who probably gets in his own way more than anything else. And I get it. He's a headstrong person, and I feel like that's why he is on the card where he is.
Right.
I don't know if Lana would help. I mean, I would love to see Lana on the screen, but I don't know if that helps. Like, Aiden English really did help get him over. We're not gonna get that again. Like, Rusev Day was lightning in a bottle, but he does need somebody else there to really help get him over the hump. He could like I don't see why people like I think he's great. I
Right.
think he's fantastic, but they just do nothing with him.
No.
Like, even when he gets over, they still do nothing with him. Right? They're just like there's this guy. We got the Miz TV.
Yes, we did.
Miz told him, "I like you better when you're fat." Then out of nowhere, Kit
So,
Wilson comes down, and it's like, "All right, cool. What are we doing here? What's the end game of this Miz TV?" Oh, Miz getting punched in the face.
pretty much.
Yeah, cool,
It was pretty
cool.
predictable.
Yes, I mean, but what was not predictable was Kit Wilson saying he's gonna go to Nick to get a match with Jelly Roll.
Right. Is that our WrestleMania? Is that our WrestleMania celebrity match? Is Kit Wilson versus Jelly Roll with the Miz coming out and getting involved?
I mean, as long as it's under 2 minutes, I'm okay with it. Like, I get Kit
I
Wilson on the show.
I did like that. I see, and I said this before. When Roman Reigns calls CM Punk Phil, it makes me laugh. When Jelly Roll called him Mike, it made me laugh because nobody
Yes,
calls him Mike. Very rarely do they use the real names.
at all. Yes,
Love it.
that was great. That was great. Like, Jelly Roll giving up giving out that impassioned promo was pretty comical to me. Like, especially with those big teeth that he has in his mouth, and like, it
Man,
just, I mean, respect to Jelly Roll. He did lose
sure.
250 pounds.
Yes, he did.
That might have been from the gym. It might have been from shots. Like, I don't know. Who
Hey,
knows?
I lost
One
30
will
from
never know.
shots, so I will never disparage anyone on that.
Well, touche. I mean, but he lost. Oh,
Oh, look at
oh,
him. Look at him from
oh!
Clearwater.
I'm surprised he could type. Hey,
Me too.
welcome to the part. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, Matt.
Yeah,
I
Matt, I hope you
appreciate you
drown a couple
popping
more lights.
in.
Probably drown a bunch.
uh, Appreciate you popping in. Um, but yeah, Jelly Roll, cool. Like I'm not mad at it. I don't hate all celebrities coming in. And I
No.
know if he does have a match at WrestleMania, he'll take it seriously. It'll be fun.
Oh
It'll be
yeah,
quick. He'll chokeslam Kit Wilson and get a win.
that works.
Then we get Ilya and Mello again. Apollo Crews, for some reason, in the backstage in a suit with Ilya Dragunov watching Miss TV. And Mello says something to him about, like, yeah, I know why you're passionate because of the speech about your mother. And I was like, I don't remember that because I don't listen when Ilya talks.
Right.
Like when he speaks, I honestly tune him out 90% of the time. And that segment went nowhere, right?
No.
Like it
It's
just,
just another. It's just another way. It's just another moment to get people on TV,
I
and
respect
it seems like That's how. Um, just here to tell Frank I called Seth and Brock. Yes, I know, but it's not going to be Seth and Brock.
it.
But we'll
it
get
is,
there. We'll
it
get there.
is not
We'll
going to
get
be
there.
Seth and Brock. I don't think Seth will be on the show. Like I think
Ah,
Seth will be at the show, but I don't think he's gonna have a match on the show. But then we get Tiffany versus Kiana, and every week I become more and more a fan of Kiana James. For a variety of reasons.
girl can wrestle.
Wrestling probably being the last of all of the reasons.
Did you did you see when Tiffany was talking and Chelsea rolled up on the wheelchair and she just pushed her off screen and just went right back to talking. And
I forgot that. I forgot that happened. That
it
was
was
hilarious.
it was the funniest thing that Tiffany has done in the longest time.
Tiffany was up there giving like that fired up promo. I'm gonna do this, blah blah blah. And Chelsea
Yeah,
comes, you know what? And she just
just turned around and pushed her.
and she
And
oh my
Albert comes
god.
running behind, chasing after her.
Yes, I completely forgot that happened.
God,
That was funny. That was probably the best. That was probably the second best part of SmackDown. That
yeah,
might that very funny moment because Chelsea
absolutely.
Green makes everything great. Everything she does in the WWE makes everything great,
Yep.
which is why I hate creative. But Tiffany won. Chelsea, of course, gets rolled down to the ring and gets involved and gets squashed because that's what happens.
That's
Um, and Tiffany got the win. I disagree with that call because I think
yeah.
Kiana should get more wins. But I mean, Tiffany, she's a former champion. I mean, they're still trying to keep her relevant, and I get it. But yeah, she got the win. We get the Bellas and Nia next week. Then we get Trick Williams backstage, talking about his match with Jacob Fatu. And what I will say is, I know you are a Kathy Kelly fan.
A little bit.
Kathy Kelly with those glasses
Yep. A whole different
for the
person.
for the win. For the
Yes.
win, yes. For
I
the
don't
win.
I don't care if those lenses were real, they were fake. It didn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
Just
Doesn't matter.
chef's kiss.
That doesn't matter.
And I say that in the most respectful of ways.
Of course, we respect the Kathy Kellys of the
Mhm.
world. Trick did say he was going to slap the boogeyman out of Jacob Fatu, which which I found hilarious. Um, just and then we get Trick and Sammy, and that has to be the WrestleMania match,
Yeah.
right? It just has to be at this
Yeah.
point. Like they've been building it up. I don't want to see it to SmackDown before WrestleMania. I want to see
No.
Trick at WrestleMania. I want him to have his interest at WrestleMania. Sammy deserves a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put it. It's 2 nights. You're gonna have a ton of matches. It's not
I think
four
they're
matches each night.
no, they're gonna do like 7 each. I think they're trying to do 14 or 15 matches, which is great.
Correct. It'll probably be 7 matches each night, and whoever goes to both nights are gonna be exhausted
Yep.
because they're gonna be long nights. Revolution, AEW Revolution, had 13 matches.
Damn,
on that
in one night.
in one night. They had 13 matches on Sunday.
That's a lot of matches.
13,
That's a
13
lot.
matches. And New Japan does it too. Like when they have Wrestle Kingdom, they'll usually have like 12, 13, a lot of multi-man matches. But Revolution had a lot of
That's a different fan out there,
regular.
though. That's a different type of fan out in Japan. For a 13 match night, they're just sitting there eating it all up. Here, listen, WrestleMania 40, what? Had 6, 7 matches a night, I
I
think.
think it was 7. I think it was 7.
I was exhausted. I also got there at 2:00 in the afternoon, I think. And
Yeah, that's
it
the
wasn't an
thing.
all day drinking thing either. It was just a long day.
No, they're long. Like
Yeah.
once again, I'm on mountain time, so everything starts here a little bit earlier.
Right.
Like getting to something that starts in the East Coast at 7 o'clock and not being done until like 1:12 or 1 in the morning, that's insane.
It is.
Like
It's rough.
that is insanity.
It's rough.
But I mean, hey, to have the opportunity to go to WrestleMania, you'll definitely take it
100%.
any day of the week.
So glad I went.
For sure. Then we finally get the Trick and Jacob match. Banger of a match. Like those two guys can go.
Yep.
The match ends. Oh, surprise. Drew shows up.
I thought he quit.
He did, but it was just like I was like, there's no way this match is not going to end in shenanigans. I was surprised that Trick actually got the win, though.
Yep.
Like,
so am I.
Trick gets the win.
But
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Trick getting the win furthers the Jacob Drew thing.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, the whole. But I thought it would be a DQ, so nobody looks
Right.
bad, nobody
Right.
looks weak. But it just makes Jacob more angry because, like, he took 2 trick shots. He took, getting posted on the outside. Then, after losing the match, he gets up and then he gets claymored. And Drew stands over his lifeless body like a Bond villain because that's what he actually is a damn Bond villain.
He really
Drew
is.
McIntyre is the best.
I love Drew McIntyre. I think
he's so great.
A Drew Jacob match at WrestleMania will be fire.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. It's gonna be a no DQ match. Like it's gonna be just a brawl. Like those guys are gonna brawl all through the arena, and I'm gonna be here for it.
Yep.
It should be on night 2. Cody Rhodes promos are the wackest blank I've ever heard in my life, and the greatest rapper of all time died on March 9th. I don't know what that means.
I don't get that either.
We talk about Biggie. We talk about Biggie. Did Biggie die on March 9th? I don't remember.
I'm looking now just because I'm curious.
Yeah,
Biggie did.
I
March
respect
1997.
I respect that.
Okay.
But
I don't know what that had to do with Cody's promo, Matt, but okay. Have another Miller. have another Miller Light. Toast one to Frank and tea.
For sure. And then we finally get to the ending of SmackDown, the contract signing. There have been many. See, and we didn't have a list. We should have had a list of the top 10 contract signings of all times. And this wasn't the greatest, but this might have gave us the greatest.
There's Matt watching us while he's at the bar.
That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you, Matt, and pure dedication.
Pure dedication.
Pure dedication to the island.
I love it.
There's always room for you on the island of relevancy.
I was initially a little worried about the contract signing. Like I didn't see it coming. They had the chairs next to each other, and I thought we were going to go into this with babyface versus babyface, while the 2 old men put us to sleep on other show half the time. This is just going to be another, oh, okay. Maybe Randy will turn during the match. damn, did we get a good ending to SmackDown?
Cody Rhodes said words that was supposed to make you feel something. I felt nothing. Like I
Nope.
was just sitting there like, please stop talking. Like
Yep.
do something. And they signed a contract and Randy did something.
So Randy was trying to explain something to Cody, and Cody
It
did
was
what Cody always does. Cody interrupted him to finish telling Randy what Randy was saying. And I think at that point, Randy was just like, you know what? F this. I'm done. Randy sat on the side for 2 years and watched everybody chase that belt. And just when he thought, I don't have to fight my friend, I'm going to fight Drew McIntyre, I'm going to get my belt back, I'm going to get number 15. What happened? Cody stuck his nose in one more time. Cody got the belt back one more time. And I think at that point, Randy's just like, you know what? It's gotta be what it's gotta be.
because Drew was going to get the same thing.
Yep.
Right.
I don't think
Like
Drew would have got it as bad as Cody got it. I think Cody got a lot of extra.
I just think, hey, like Randy is going to win it by any means necessary. Meaning
And he
he
proved
is
that.
going to go to the depths of hell in order to pull that version out of himself, the killer out of himself. And that's exactly what I said last week.
You
I
did.
said that's the only way that I'll be interested in him being a heel if he turns into that cerebral serial killer character that he was before. And this is a different version of that.
He
But
didn't hold back. He slammed his head in a table. Then he kicked him in the balls.
I mean,
And then
he beat the shit out of
Cody. He
like,
really did. And not only that, Nick Aldis came over. Nick Aldis got a shove. Jelly Roll tried to talk to him. Jelly Roll got pushed and shoved onto the ground.
I thought he was about to obliterate Jelly Roll.
Me too.
I thought he was about to bust Jelly Roll open.
I was
on
here
national
for
TV. Like I thought Randy was about to lose it.
Because Jelly's back there saying, yo, push me hard. Like he's for all the celebrities that come in, and I'm not the biggest Jelly Roll fan in the world, but the man is very dedicated to performing in WWE and taking the bumps. He probably asked Randy to RKO him, and we'll see that like when they do the Unreal Part 27, when they show all the backstage of this. I guarantee you Jelly Roll asked for an RKO right there. Like, do it. RKO me. And Randy's like, no, not yet. You'll get yours, just not yet.
For sure.
But they got Randy to leave, and that was good. Cody's laying on the steps all bloodied out and his shirt torn open, and they got Randy to leave. And Randy's not coming back to the end of SmackDown, right?
No, Randy's gonna come back and bash his brains in with the chair.
On the steps.
On the step. I mean, now granted, the chair just slapped the steps.
Well,
but
yeah,
that still actually has to hurt. Like just still has to hurt.
Alone.
The sound, the reverb, the vibrations of the metal, and then Randy gets in the ring by himself and grabs the WWE Undisputed Championship and sits in the chair and puts it around his waist for the coldest image I think I've ever seen ever wrestling wise. Just sitting there. I'm the guy. This is gonna be mine. And it reminds me so much of what he used to do to John Cena. Like that's why he was always John Cena's greatest foil. Because he would go to those places that Super Cena, the good guy Cena, could never go.
Yep.
And he's done some unholy things to John Cena throughout their rivalry.
Now, here's what I think they're going. Now, if Triple H is really, really committed to this long-term thing, what you have a chance to do now with Cody is go to WrestleMania. Randy's going to obliterate you and take the belt from you. And Cody shouldn't turn, but Cody should realize I can't trust people anymore. And he's got to start to evolve his character into not trusting him. I trusted Kevin Owens. Look what happened. I trusted Sami Zayn. Look what's happening. I trusted Randy Orton. I trusted John Cena. All of these things should be moving Cody's character, not necessarily to being a heel, but to being a bit more aggressive and a bit more not trusting of people. If they play it right. Again, mark this down. We said it right here on the island of relevancy. When it happens, come back around. 10%. 10% of your subscribers. Guys, that's all we're asking for.
Touche. Just 10%. I'll take 1% at this point. Don't care.
Yeah, it's fine.
1%. But that pretty much ended SmackDown. Really, I mean, okay episode. It had some highs. It had some lows.
Yeah.
None really more than other.
No.
So, solid show. Wasn't the worst. Definitely wasn't the best. It was not Monday Night Raw, because Monday Night Raw, I thought was great. I like going into Monday night, I was excited, but at the same time trepidatious.
I thought Monday Night Raw spiked early and then kind of went a little bit mid-ish. Didn't go down like SmackDown kind of goes to
yes,
and then ended. We'll talk about the ending.
We will definitely talk about the ending, but Monday Night Raw.
Now before Raw, they tweeted out that Paul Heyman would be out indefinitely, so we're not going to see Paul Heyman for a while. They made sure that they tweeted that out, and they big picture of Paul Heyman and said Paul Heyman is out indefinitely. You know, he got curb stomped 2 weeks ago, and we're not going to see him for a while.
Oh, didn't even see that tweet.
Yeah, I saw that before Raw started. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, well then Raw opened up with masked men running around the ring, and Seth Rollins takes the mask off, and he starts giving this impassionate promo, this angry promo about taking out the Vision, because it doesn't matter who it is, Braun, Bronson, Austin, or Logan. He's going to take everybody out. And then he started getting booed, and he's like, why are y'all booing me? He looks up, and there's a zombie walking towards him. It was zombie Paul Heyman,
because out indefinitely.
He was out indefinitely. I mean, he looks like he was out because he had a red eye. His eye was bloodshot. He's like dragging a foot. Like he just looked. Yes, he just looked disheveled, and he looked.
This was the same way he looked after the last time he got beat up. The method acting that this man does is top notch.
It's like they tweeted that out, and he was in the hospital. He was like, damn that, I'm not out indefinitely. I'm going to walk to the arena from the hospital that I'm at right now.
Yep.
And he got there, and he said, you know what? If you F around, you're going to find out. The FAFO, which is annoying, by the way. I don't like that. Like, he's saying it, that has become his catchphrase, but I don't like it.
I didn't like it until he got to the punchline of it tonight. How can we retire it? Like, retire that, because you got us to where you needed to be, right?
F5, Brock Lesnar music hits, and he comes out, and Brock Lesnar just looks like $1,000,000. He comes out, he's jacked, he's huge, a bunch of masked men, and it turns into the Dragon, where Bruce Lee walks into the dojo and just beats everybody up individually.
Did you notice though that Seth didn't move, didn't look scared? Well, that because he knows he's not allowed to be touched because he's not medically cleared.
Exactly.
But didn't show any fear, and just watched all his minions just. Now, I showed my friend I showed my manager at work, because he's a big MMA guy, loves MMA, and it's every once in a while I'll show him something Brock Lesnar related, and he goes, "Do you know, for a man his age, the stamina that he has to have to throw a man onto the ground, get up, throw a man onto the ground, keep going, all that he did?" He's like, "I know I joke around with you and say wrestling's fake." He's like, "But that, you have to be in incredible shape to be able to go through all those men like that. Because that's a real human man you're throwing. You're not throwing a rag doll. So I
Well, I
get it.
mean,
And I
in,
and
in
I
all, I would say, in all honesty, just falling down and getting
yeah,
back up
true.
is not for someone in their mid to late 40s is
Nope.
not an easy thing.
Nope.
Because we were talking about that in the chat earlier with Kenny, and he's talking about GTS and now doing the GTS, the idea of getting somebody up on your shoulders, it's not that hard. I'll
Right.
be totally honest. Like for a semi fit person, it's not
Sure.
that hard to get somebody on your shoulders. Get them. I mean, to get them over your shoulders, takes a little more strength. The knee up, GTS is not. It is. It looks cool because it's CM Punk's finishing move. Looks a lot better when Kenta does it, by the way. But it's not the hardest move in the world to do. Now, what Brock did, like CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, I think Brock is older than CM Punk. A
Yeah,
little bit older
Brock's
than
40.
probably like 2 or 3 years old. Because I think Brock is like
Brock's
49.
48. Brock's 48. Punk's, I think, 47.
Okay, then he's 1 year older than
Yeah,
Punk.
he's 1 year older than him.
I mean,
You don't look it.
he also is a freak of nature,
Correct.
like LeBron James. LeBron James a freak of nature, right? Brock Lesnar, everybody's not built like Brock Lesnar, so the comparison is unfair. Um, but yes, doing that to 20 people and still being able to get up and get ready to get in the ring to face Seth Rollins is not an easy feat. But he did that. He took everybody out. He did yell at three guys and they ran off. I
Yeah,
thought that was funny. But he gets in the ring, stare down with Seth Rollins, the lights go out. And I was like, whoa,
I thought
what is
Undertaker.
happening right now? And oh God, bro, if the Undertaker's music would have hit, I would have, man, I would have popped,
He
but I
just
would have been
Peter
upset.
rolled down on his motorcycle and said, "Brock, you're in the Hall of Fame."
Correct. Correct. When you see me coming, you know you're going to the Hall of Fame. But nope,
Mm-mm.
lights go out. And I thought somebody was gonna be in the ring with the lights come on, but nope.
So did I. I actually, really, real talk, I thought Seth rolled out of the ring at that point and was going to be back on the ramp somewhere. Like that's usually because Lesnar was so close to him. I thought, no,
Correct.
we're teasing Brock versus Seth at WrestleMania, and that's awesome. Seth roll out of the ring and run up the steps or run to the back. That's what I thought. And they really did give you a couple of good moments to really think what's going on, which I like.
Correct. But Oba Femi's music hit. And this place went insane. Like this was a great crowd. San Antonio was a great crowd because they
Yes.
chanted him all the way down to the ring.
Yep.
And they made the moment feel like the moment it was supposed to be.
Yep.
Like that's what I love. They were chanting, and Brock was looking like, oh snap, this guy's over. And that's what, like, he got it. And the three men started going towards the center of the ring. Seth finally got off the turnbuckle and started
Uh-huh.
walking towards Brock. Oba starts walking towards Brock, and then Brock looked at Seth, and Seth was like, "Nope, I'm out of here because I'm probably would get killed at this point,
Yep.
and I would never get medically cleared because he would kill me." He rolled out of the ring. Brock turns around and gets the. I mean, this was one of the greatest fall from graces that you'll ever see because
Yep.
Brock Lesnar is not a little person
No.
at all. Even if he can get up, you still got to get him up. And Oba got his ass up and he put him down. And I didn't see Brock call for him to step on his chest like everybody's saying, like Bully said, but he
I
stepped on his chest and just
The only thing I saw was him move his foot and hold on to his foot. And I think he was just kind of holding his foot there to let him know to stay there. Something that I read, they started tweeting again. Now, again, I am very careful with who I repeat stuff from the internet Okay. And I don't
Mhm.
remember who exactly tweeted this, but it was definitely more of a reputable source that all the rumors going around about Brock Lesnar in the back politicking to not lose and Paul Heyman saying that he's not, that's all fake news. That was kind of put out there. And so, but that makes me feel better about Brock and Oba going to WrestleMania.
Oh, I
Because
still don't feel good.
originally thinking that Brock was going to just lose, not going to lose, made me worried about Brock and Oba because you're not helping Oba. I
I'll be
still
totally
don't.
honest, I
I'm not.
still don't think he's gonna lose. I
Ah,
don't I
we'll
part like, every
see.
part of me
I I
every
want it.
part of me just
I want it to happen. I want Brock to lose, is what I mean. I want it to happen.
yes.
But the moment that the crowd, it, the two of them in the ring is a moment. But like you said, the crowd made that a moment. Like I saw a video clip today. It was when Mick Foley was fighting The Rock for the belt, and DX came out, and the crowd cheered, and the McMahon's on the side, and the crowd cheered. When Stone Cold's music hit, the pop that came from that was deafening. And that
Mhm.
made that moment so much more. Is the crowd made that moment so much more. That's exactly what the crowd did for this. They just it amplified these two monsters in the ring, and Oba came out looking like an absolute superstar.
Yes, he definitely did. Pointed at the WrestleMania sign. The match was already official before the end of the night.
Yep,
Brock versus Oba at WrestleMania.
I
Um,
love
I
it.
ha- I'm a little nervous for this match. I'm actually a lot of nervous for this match because I just hope it goes the way it's
I
supposed to go.
I want it to go the way it's supposed to go, but I don't want it to end in a DQ. I don't want something. I don't want Brock to do something to get himself disqualified so Oba gets the win that way. I
No,
don't. You
that's
don't
not the
need,
way it's supposed to go.
no,
Yeah.
you don't need protection in this. Oba needs to win, and then Oba needs to come after the belt. Like I
Like
get Braun's supposed to be the next guy. Things
Braun's
change.
hurt.
Things
Yeah,
change.
like Braun's hurt. Like
Yeah.
we can get to Braun versus Oba. Like that
Yes.
could be a thing. Braun's hurt. Braun's not there. Braun was not going to be the guy this year.
Now,
Like Braun was going to take on Seth this year. That was the plan. Um, and Oba doesn't necessarily have to win the title
no,
immediately,
no.
but he definitely needs to beat Brock. Like
Yes.
I'm just looking at what's in front of me.
100%.
WrestleMania, he needs to beat Brock. Like he has to. I don't care how he beats Brock, other than the disqualification. I don't care if he's small roll. Like, I don't care if it's a small package. I don't care what it is, but he has to pin Brock in the ring. He's not going to submit him because that's not part of his game.
Right.
But he has to pin Brock's shoulders on the mat. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
If he doesn't do that, then it was all for nothing. Like, period. With me, there is no moral victories in this unless Oba wins. If Brock just beats him up, then we all lost. And like Kobe said, we didn't get avenged because Kofi
Correct.
tweeted "Avenge us" after,
I get
like,
that.
which is great.
I
Yes,
get that.
yes,
Yep.
avenge us, and
Uh-huh.
that's exactly what
Okay.
that's exactly what Oba's supposed to do.
Yep.
Um, but follow. I mean, just that was such a high. It's hard to follow that. And then, of course, we get the Grandes, and they had a banger match. This
They
was a
did.
damn good match. This was a really great. Like, those two guys know how to wrestle. Of
Was
course,
this the point that you went to London to watch?
yes, because after the segment, if you watch Netflix, like if you watch Netflix during a live event in the US, you get ads. Generally, if you watch the replay, you didn't get ads, but now you
Right.
do.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
So then
ridiculous.
I got on a plane. I took a very quick trip. It was like a 1 second trip to London,
That's good.
and I watched. Monday Night Raw ad free. That's crazy because not only were there ads, there were 8 ads. It said
Yeah.
one of eight, and I was like, I'm not doing that. That's
No,
crazy work.
that's crazy. That's a
I was like,
crazy. Yeah.
one of eight. That was the first commercial break. So you're
Yeah.
telling me you're really gonna make this 2.5 hours to
Hmm.
no thank you. So I sped the process up a little bit by flying to the UK. But the Grandes put on a great match.
Yep.
Um, I wonder if they're gonna do the blow off match at Mania because
They need
I
to get
don't think
Chad
it's a good
Gable out of
idea.
the mask. It's time. I mean, they almost
But
got
I
Chad
think they
Gable
could
out
do
of
that
the
in Mexico. I
They
think they
could.
should do that in Mexico.
They already got Chad Gable almost came out of a singlet.
I didn't see that.
I
I
only
must have
saw
missed
I
that.
only saw a replay of he ripped right up the cheek and
Oh
showed his
man.
black thong.
Well, I'm glad.
Yep.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad I wasn't pixel peeping,
Yeah,
because
it's
boy, I don't
woo.
need to see that. But I mean, they had a good match. The real American El Grande American won. I did see footage of the Reyes del Rey PLE on Saturday, and God, that guy's over. Like
Yeah,
when he won, that place went insane. When he came out, the place went insane. He is super over in Mexico. It doesn't translate to here because he comes out. I mean, there's a mixture of booze, but like the OG of El Grande, he came out and there were a mixture of booze and cheers. Like it's a confusing storyline.
it
I
really
think it's
is.
time to end it.
It lost its fire when he got injured, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I just think that they brought him back incorrectly. Like I think they threw him in the Royal Rumble. There was no like he was a surprise in the Royal Rumble, and they didn't do anything in the Rumble to
No,
really capitalize
no.
on what could have been a really good feud, but they just
Yep.
wrote it wrong.
Yeah,
Like
I agree. So
I think,
this is where Raw started to kind of go like this a little bit.
see, I once again the next match I thought was great because
That's where they pulled it right. They pulled it out of the nosedive. It started to go down a little bit, but the Grande match was okay. This match was absolutely
so
awesome.
oh, you talk about AJ and Bailey
Yeah.
because Bailey is the GOAT. Like
Yep.
Bailey to me is the greatest woman wrestler, and that's crazy. I generally I would put Bianca there because I just think Bianca's a freak athlete. But Bailey, just longevity wise, she's just done so much. And her and AJ did put on a great damn match as
Yep.
well. Um, I was a little upset that Bailey tapped, but I mean, we gotta put AJ over. And of course, I know Bailey's just gonna do the job because that's
Yeah.
what Bailey does. Bailey is like, "Hey, I'm a soldier. I'm gonna go out there and whatever you need me to do, I'm gonna do." All right, she did it. Great match. AJ looked good in this match. Like
She did.
she didn't look below the moment. She looked like she was ready for the moment. They put on a really good match. Now I'm really excited for her WrestleMania match against Becky Lynch because AJ took a long time to leave the ring. She did like 15 circles around the ring. And when she was about to leave, I said, "Why are they following her up the ramp?" Oh, that's why, because Becky just came behind, smashed her. It just went to work as she should do because corrupt car, your days are numbered.
I think so.
Becky's gonna win her title back at WrestleMania. I I, I thought AJ was actually gonna lose tonight to set up her and Becky's match, but it's gonna be for the IC title at WrestleMania. Becky wins her title again, but she has to lose it to somebody else.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, maybe
like
she does.
it's time.
I
It is time.
maybe I Becky's got to go do something else. Yeah, like that. That's for sure. Um,
It is time. And last week I mentioned women's main event in WrestleMania, and I said Becky versus Ronda Rousey would be the only way that they would main event. And then Ronda Rousey showed up in AEW. Like so, so here we are. Here we are. I was joking when I said that, and Ronda
yeah,
Rousey versus Tony Storm might main event AEW pay per view. Uh,
Uh,
and I don't want I love Tony Storm, so I'll watch anything she does, but I definitely don't care about Ronda Rousey.
Neither do I.
But we head backstage, and Roman Reigns is with his cousins in the back, and they're just ripping on CM Punk. And Roman has the greatest line of the night. He said, they said something about Punk, and he's like, "Oh, what's the worst that can happen? He's gonna beat me up," and everybody just starts laughing. I was like, "You got it."
I mean,
Good
he
times.
sicked the entire Samoan nation on CM Punk. He told the
He,
entire Samoan nation, "You can have him.
all my
WrestleMania
cousins.
weekend's mine."
He's mine. Yep, he's mine. That was great. I mean, Punk brought it on himself. He said you
It,
could get all your Samoan gremlins or whatever. I knew that was coming. He definitely deserved that. But he said that they should get him because they deserve an apology. He don't care about an apology,
no,
but they deserve an apology, and he's right.
he is right.
He is right. They do
Yep,
deserve an apology. Then we get another banger match. Like this was a good night of wrestling on
it
Monday
really
Night Raw.
was.
Penta versus Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee had Penta on the announcer's desk, and he dove through the middle ropes and did a flip and landed in like that was one of the craziest dives I think I've ever seen. And I've seen some wild dives before.
Yep.
Like the difficulty level of that was very high.
Yeah,
Dragon Lee's great. Um, he just has no personality. like, like
unfortunately.
he has he has no catchphrase. He has nothing but wings. He comes out on wings. He's not really part of LWO. LWO doesn't exist anymore. And he just comes out and puts on great matches. But once again, you have to give us a reason to care about you and your great matches.
Right.
Penta does. Like everybody's on Penta's side.
So before you go on with Raw, did you see the announcement that came out at AAA on Saturday that involved Penta?
Oh,
So I
that
don't
him
watch.
and
I didn't watch AAA. I don't. I
I
always forget it's on. But
I
I saw the little segment that Penta and his brother reunited on camera to say they were coming after the tag titles at Triple Mania.
mhm.
I like it. Sounds
I
like my
mean,
dog giving my kid shit out there.
they've wrestled in AAA.
Right.
I
I
think
just they're not
yeah.
putting them on WWE TV right now together at all. They're keeping them apart.
Yeah,
Shows.
no. They're gonna keep them apart on WWE TV. But I mean, that's not gonna make me watch Triple Mania. But I mean, cool. I'm with it. I'm
Yeah.
okay with them
Yeah. I'm not, yeah.
tagging up. But I don't think that's gonna get us nearer to the Lucha Bros
No.
in the WWE. I think that Penta's gonna. I want to say this is
Yep.
probably gonna happen
Sorry.
like next year.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. This will probably happen like next year, maybe year after that, after Penta's had a world title run. Because I
Okay.
think
I'm
Penta's
in.
gonna have a world title run
I'm in for it.
at some point. A short one, but he'll have one. Um, then my theory, no pun intended, came true once again. Uh, Paul E sees Logan Paul and Austin Theory in the back and says, "Hey, nobody's listening to us anymore because we don't have any leverage. We don't have any power. You know how you get power through gold, like Gold member in Austin Powers fame. You get all power through gold, and the only way
Mhm.
they can get gold is by going after the tag team champions. So there's your WrestleMania match, even though they're gonna fight next week because that match was made by the end of Raw.
Right.
Austin Theory, Logan Paul versus the Usos, um, which would which will end in shenanigans, and that will get them to the WrestleMania match. A match that I thought that they were gonna have a WrestleMania, we had Natty versus Maxine. I hope we don't get this in Mania because I'm pretty much over this now. Uh, Natty made her tap out.
Yep.
It was a
And that's what
match.
should have happened.
Yes, it was
That's
a
what should have
match.
happened. Yeah.
And yeah,
This was weird only because during the next backstage segment, Maxine, did you catch that little thing behind the camera that was going on? Okay.
I did not.
So Maxine's sitting down kind of like in a doorway, like just sitting on the ground, and she's all upset. And Austin Theory's consoling her. When Logan Paul comes around a corner, and Austin and Logan Paul walk off down the hallway, but Austin was down there consoling Maxine. Maxine to the
He was
vision?
shooting a shot. He was shooting a shot.
Maybe, but
he's
like Maxine to the vision?
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I
mean,
the only
that
thing,
doesn't move the needle for me, but I mean, if
the only link that I can even possibly see is nothing.
There doesn't need to be a link. It's just wrestling, things happening. Things happen in wrestling. I mean, they're trying to get her over. I mean, she is working her butt off. They're really trying to make Maxine a thing. Like they are really trying to make Maxine a thing, and I don't ever think Maxine is going to be the thing that they thought she was going to be.
No.
It's just too much talent. Like that's the biggest thing. 15 years ago, Maxine would have been the Divas champion. Maxine,
absolutely.
She's gorgeous. She's athletic. She
Yep.
has all of the tools that would have worked in the Ruthless Aggression era. Like her and AJ would have been main event pay-per-views.
And then she would have had a in the ring bed sex scene with Vince McMahon in the belt.
Perhaps. It is all possible. Like when she takes her strap down, she actually take it all down. Like that. That's what that would have happened in those
like
days.
Christy Hemme.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. We did get a backstage segment.
Jeez.
Dragon Lee was
that one
in pain, and Javon came to encourage him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just very, very just overly excited. And then Kofi
excited
comes up and just asks him about what he talked about, and Javon mistakenly said no. I think Javon should have said, "You know what? I will follow you anywhere."
I agree with that. He should have.
He should have. Grayson Waller comes to, I don't know what you I don't know what you see in him. And Kofi's like, that's what everybody's saying about you.
That's a great line.
It was. He said, I don't think that way, but that's what everybody else is saying.
Right.
Which is very true.
Yes, it is.
Because that is exactly what everybody else is saying. Me be one of them. And then they got cursed because Danhausen came up and said, I would like to be a member of the New Day. They should have picked him up.
They should have. He's doing the hip thing, doing the very good, very evil. What was the cereal?
He said something crunch. Curse Crunch?
Curse Crunch. I would eat Curse Crunch.
Just a great segment.
And Kofi said no. Grayson said no. And then he did I have 3 words for you. And he goes, you are. And Kofi moved out of the way and pulled Grayson Waller in front of him. And he said, curse, and pointed at Grayson. And Kofi ducked behind Grayson when he said the word cursed.
Hilarious. That was the highlight of that segment was the
yes. And then Grayson's like, did that hit me? And he's taking his shirt off like it went over my shoulder. Like,
no, he said it's on my shirt. He just took his shirt.
He did.
But oh my gosh. Good times.
The right people in the right moment make him work.
Yes, correct. Just hilarious. Because they said they didn't believe in that. Kofi's like, I don't believe in that stuff. And of course he ducks out of the way.
Yeah.
Great times. And then
we did get another interview from 1996.
Which one was this? Was this Was
Uh,
this when Mr.
This
Orton?
this was with Mr. Orton and the sidekick or whatever web camera that the first ever web camera created, or somebody had a Nokia.
He was. I mean, like the footage becomes grainy when you're 50 feet underground and you're in a basement. When you're in
Right.
a well at the bottom of at the bottom of your house, and you have dead bodies down there with you. Generally, you don't get. You're not gonna have 4K equipment down there, because that's Randy Orton. He looked like he was in the depth of hell.
He
Like
did.
he just,
But like,
just
so he's on the
good
phone with
times.
someone instead of doing the interview with Michael Cole, right? So
Yes.
there's what, 3 or 4 people that he could possibly be on the phone with, but
Who
it's
do you
really
think?
only what?
Who do you think he's on the phone with?
I think it's his dad. It's the most obvious answer would be his dad. I want it to be somebody. I want it to be something really cool. I don't want it to be Ric Flair. I don't need to see Ric
No,
Flair
it's
anymore.
definitely not Ric Flair. You know who I thought it was?
Who?
Kevin Owens.
Now see that the only thing that makes me think it's not Kevin Owens
Oh,
is
it's not.
is his line at the end of the interview. He stopped the interview. He's like, we ain't doing an interview. I'm just going to talk and you're going to listen. And he said some stuff. And then at the end of the interview, he said, remember, Michael, wrestling has more than one royal family. That's what makes me think it's his dad.
But I thought,
Because that's
I'll
so
be
on the
to-
nose.
I'll be totally honest. Isn't Cowboy Bob Orton dead?
No, I hope not. Because that
Are
would
you
be,
sure?
hold on.
I'm.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
passed away in 2006?
yes. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was.
Never
I was
mind.
like,
Our bad.
yeah. I was like.
I didn't
I was like.
really-
I know.
I didn't realize he was that old. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait.
Now.
No. Wait. I'm
no.
sorry. I'm wrong. Cowboy Bob Orton Sr. passed away. Cowboy Bob Orton Jr. is still alive. Randy's dad is still alive. I read that wrong. He was born in 1950 and is a semi-retired professional wrestler.
Okay.
It's his dad.
Okay. I could have. Oh, maybe I read it wrong when he passed.
Yeah, no,
I
his
could have swore.
so it's Cowboy Bob Orton Sr. His grandfather has passed away in 2006. Cowboy Bob Orton Jr., Randy's dad, is still around.
Okay.
I read that wrong too
Respect.
when I looked at it. I didn't realize they were both Cowboy Bob Orton.
Okay. I mean, I just haven't seen him in a while.
I would love
I don't
it
want
be
to see
KO.
him.
No, I would love it to be
I,
KO.
I don't want to see his dad show up and cost Cody the title. That would be silly. Like that. That's with the cast, because I remember that. Like during the Ruthless Aggression era, you come down with the cast, and
Yep.
I'm good. I'm
I
good
remember
on
that when he went from WrestleMania 1 when he had the cast. And him and
Yes.
Paul Orndorff tagged.
I'm pretty sure he beat up John Cena's dad at some
Yeah,
point.
he probably did.
I'm pretty sure he
I
did.
don't. The most obvious is his dad. I would love it to be Kevin Owens. That would be so like you were right all along kind of. I would love that. And it's a good way to get Owens back on TV.
Correct. I'm ready for Kevin Owens to come back.
Amen.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Then we head to the ring, and then some music starts playing, and it's Stephanie Vaquer's music, and it's terrible.
They just did her dirty by taking away her theme song.
So if you've noticed, I really pay attention to this is people's presentation, and they've repackaged her presentation. They've kind of remixed her intro so many times. They've tried to do things to spruce up her entrance, and none of it worked. The simple stuff that she did at the very beginning worked the best. Just your music plays, you just walk down to the ring. All of this rising up out of the smoke, it doesn't work. It looks goofy on camera. It looks even goofier if you're live there, because she's just standing there like she's like crouched down, and she comes up and she does this stupid thing with her hands. She comes down to the ring. Now that worked with her last theme because the horns would come up. They
Right.
tried so many different things, But
I
now it
didn't
just
mind the
sounds dumb.
horns. I didn't mind the horns, but the original music that she first had was
Yes.
great. And then they def rebelled her.
Yes. And it came out. Nobody knew like I saw the red lights. I was like, is it we got a new superstar coming? Like I was so confused because they started it new. Like
Yep.
it doesn't come on like it did come on before because now you have an intro in there because they're trying something new.
It's
And right before WrestleMania is not the time to try out a new theme.
no.
Because you want that known theme to hit at WrestleMania so everybody can pop.
Yep.
When they're confused, like it takes longer for the pop.
It
And
takes way longer for the pop.
she's not getting and at that point, people are not interested. She
No, of
comes out, she does all the extra stuff, and we hit a commercial break, right?
course we did.
But uh Liv comes out Raquel. Raquel looks like $1,000,000. Raquel looks great in every match,
Yep.
but it's always in a losing effort, right?
It sucks. I would
EO
have
for
liked.
some reason,
Yeah, the EO thing made zero sense whatsoever.
none. Like
It made
just
more
ran.
sense. It makes more sense for EO to be involved with Kyrie and Asuka because there's history there. There's nothing between her and Raquel right now.
I mean, I guess we're gonna create something because,
I guess.
yeah, yeah, we have to. That's the only way to even get them to be a thought on the show because
I
they're not in
guess.
any matches. They're not in any other thing. Um, but yeah, uh, Stephanie won. Stephanie wins. She beats Raquel after EO tries to get involved. That doesn't work out the way that we thought it was going to work.
Nope.
Stephanie hits her with a small roll up after the Tejada bomb. She rolls out of the Tejada bomb, gives her a small package or roll up, whatever you want to call it. She gets the 1, 2, 3. Her and Liv are gonna fight. Like I was interested. This match did not make me more interested in their match. Um, yeah, like I left this match with more questions than I had answers because this match did nothing for nobody. Like
It
nothing.
didn't. And the sad thing about this now is Dom was injured during his AAA match. So he's hurt
Yes.
again, and it's probably a concussion.
Okay.
So it's really this road to WrestleMania is so cursed right now with injuries. I don't think I've ever seen anything this.
But I mean, like, what were we
He would
gonna
have
get
fought
from
Emma.
Dom?
He
Oh
would have fought
yeah.
Emma.
Okay.
I mean, I still think that I like my scenario for Dom, and I just the more we go on, the less I think it's going to happen. Where Dom turns on Liv and sides with Stephanie
no,
to help Stephanie, and it's not going to happen. No,
I don't think it'll happen in Mania.
no. Just when you thought the Judgment Day was over, them sons of bitches are back stronger than ever again.
I mean, that's debatable because
Well,
I do think Raquel and Liv are gonna
I
have
hope
their
so.
implosion more sooner than later. It probably won't be at Mania. It'll probably be a Backlash or
Yeah,
before Backlash. That'll get us to Backlash because I don't think her and Steph will run it back. It depends on the match. If they have a banger match, they might run it back at Backlash. If not, we might finally get Raquel versus Liv.
yep.
Um, then we get Bailey and Lyra were backstage because after Bailey lost, she crashed out, and Lyra and Bailey just were yelling at each other in the back.
They just need to fight.
Well, they're not going to fight
No, they're not.
because they're gonna go to WrestleMania together.
Yep,
How they're gonna do that? They're gonna go after the women's tag team titles, which led me to think, man, are we gonna have a multi-women tag match? And as I was thinking that, the camera panned over, and then Asuka and Kyrie was standing there. And I was like, oh, we are going to have a multi-women's tag match at WrestleMania
Yep.
because that's how we get everybody on the show.
Yep.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Lyra asking her what she said was kind of funny. What did she say?
And Kyrie just getting abused some more. I thought we were gonna get Oscar and Kyrie at WrestleMania, but I think we're going to get so we're getting the Kabuki Warriors versus the Irresistible Forces next week as well.
Yeah, there's no way they win.
No way, because the Irresistible Forces have to fight the Bellas as well.
Correct.
So like we have a whole bunch of tag team defenses, which I
Yep.
think is going to lead us to either TLC, like a 6-pack challenge, like they did with the men,
I'm fine with that.
which would be a banger, but I'm
Sure.
afraid that somebody might die
Yeah, Nia
because,
might
like
hurt
you
more.
said, this road to red. I mean, the ladder is going to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
So I would just like for it to be a traditional multi-woman tag match, but it has to it's gonna end up being TLC, which will be crazy. We get
There
LA
was,
Knight and the Usos backstage, which
there's
made
a
no
lot of
sense to me.
there's a lot of backstage stuff. Now I got the LA Knight thing because he he worked with them to get Paul Heyman out of there a little bit. And him doing his talking about no, I don't want to see the bloodline come back. I think that's a little bit of what that's an echo of the fans right now because there's a lot of people that don't want the bloodline to come back in the same way that it was before. I think you can bring the bloodline back, but not do it the same way you did it before. Because
I mean,
Roman's different now.
oh, is he? But okay.
Different
Is
in the
he?
fact that he doesn't have the gold. So here's what I think's what they're angling for. When we get we'll get to the Punk and Roman thing, but Roman's going to win. And
Okay.
that's going to get you on a path to Roman versus Seth at SummerSlam. Because originally, way, 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 way back, you were supposed to get Roman versus Seth at this WrestleMania. That was like the plan. They wanted Roman versus Seth. That was where they were leading at that point. And then you had all kinds of different injuries and stuff happen, and we've kind of gotten away from it. You're definitely going to get Seth and Braun, but I think you're going to get Roman with the belt, part-timing it up to SummerSlam. Roman versus Seth at SummerSlam. Maybe Seth wins then. Maybe then you get Braun the belt after that. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm just
Um,
spitballing.
I'm indifferent to any of that stuff because I actually thought Roman and the Usos they just seem to be having fun.
Yes.
Like the backstage segments they had, like it don't need to be doesn't need to be called the bloodline, just
No.
a bunch
But
of people having fun.
that's kind of what I mean where he's different now is like when he was doing the bloodline shtick with Paul Heyman, he wasn't having fun. He was all business and serious.
Well, yeah,
And
yeah.
now he's relaxed. And even he said the only legacy he needs in the backstage segment was that his children have a father and that they know who his father is. That you know what I like? I appreciate the direction they're going with it and that it's more lighthearted and they're laughing and they're slapping hands and you slap hands. You know, like the water boy.
Okay. Okay.
You didn't see that?
Oh,
When he was the water boy, and he went to high five and he's going slap hands. Because he never high fived before because he was the water boy. Never mind. It's a random weird movie quote. I
that
do
was
have
so
to.
random. That
It
was so
does. I'll pick a word out of something and throw a movie quote out at work. And my boss is like, is that a movie quote? I'll go, yeah, it is. Just
I
random.
mean, I assumed it was a movie quote, but I
Yeah.
don't remember that in the Waterboy.
Yeah,
That,
totally off track. But as you were saying, he's having fun.
yeah, that like I enjoyed that segment. I don't think it needs to be blown out of proportion.
No.
But the LA Knight thing, I think is gonna get us to Jimmy versus LA Knight again. Because I mean not Jimmy, Jay. Jay just always looks like he's ready to punch LA Knight. Now, also, it also made me think of instead of Sammy Uso, we get LA Uso, which would like if they do a bloodline thing where LA end up becoming like the de facto fourth person, which would be
Hmm.
really weird. And
Yeah.
I don't like, but it felt like that the way him and Jay had that tension,
Yeah.
for no reason, right? It
Right.
was just like it was a random segment before we get to the main event segment because we have to get to the main event segment because the main event segment was pretty awkward, but at the same time pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Roman comes out. San Antonio acknowledged me. Phil, come on out. CM Punk comes out. What did you think of the promo? What did you think of their back and forth?
All right. So first of all, I appreciated CM Punk circling the ring, wasting time. So Roman called him out. I got the head game. And at the start of it, I thought, okay, Punk is going to just, again, come up here. I thought the segment was just weird overall because it felt, it was tense, but at the same time, it was kind of like, where are you going with this?
Who?
Both of them. Until Roman hit him with the line at the end that kind of brought it all home to get under CM Punk's skin. He called him old. That was like, that was worse than calling him Phil, I think. That was the slap in the face without touching him. Because up to this point, they weren't really touching each other except for like, you know, CM Punk doing that little kid thing where I'm not letting you leave my ring. I'm not letting you leave my ring. I'm not going to call you Joe, but you're not even the best Samoan named Joe, that was neat. It was a nice little throw.
That was CM Punk's best line.
I think Roman calling him old drove the whole thing home and made that 10-minute segment worth it because up to that point, it wasn't worth it. It was just them going back and forth again.
Well, here's my thoughts. This was a horrible promo by CM Punk. He was terrible on the microphone.
Yeah.
Like it was embarrassing because he went back to, he said the Punkamaniacs.
Yeah,
He went back to like he went back to his pandering shtick to get people on his side because he had nothing to say.
Yeah.
Like it was just weak. And it got awkward towards the middle because neither one of them, like, I feel like, just like with anything, with me and you, we feed off of each other's energy. They're feeding off each other's energy. When Punk's not giving them anything,
No.
when like Roman really just owned this segment because Punk was so bad. Like
Yeah.
it was embarrassing. People were booing him, and it was like he had no comeback. It was like he was not ready for this. And I don't think it was the old thing that pushed him over there. Like that's an easy target. It
Sure.
was everything he said before that. He was like,
Oh,
I'm better than you, I'm faster than you, like I look better than you, I'm stronger than you. I'm all of these things because you can't do what you think. You're good on the mic, but you can't do in the ring what I can do.
I
And
think
it's a fact.
that was bubbling it all up, and it was right there, and just him calling him old pushed everything forward, and that's what got the punch. But it was really, it felt,
That's ridiculous.
but
Like
it felt forced.
yes, like but if that's the thing that pushes you over that, that's so stupid.
It is.
Like if that is the thing that pushes you, man, you're old. Cool, I'll still beat you. Like I'll still beat the hell out of you.
But you're right.
I'm older than like
He
I
really didn't have
just
any. He really didn't have any comeback. He really didn't have. Like he was like, you know what it was is for once he didn't have the crowd in the palm of his hand either. The first time they went back and forth, Punk had the crowd in the palm of his hand. They cheer Roman, but Punk was able to play the crowd without pandering too much. This
see.
time it didn't feel like he had the crowd at all.
I always get flack for talking trash about CM Punk. CM Punk is not that, like he's not who everybody thinks he is. The legend of CM Punk is greater than what Phil is right now. The legend of seeing like everybody remembers the pipe bomb.
Yep.
He's done that enough. Like at this point, he's such a watered down version of himself. He's become the person that he despised as a kid. And that's what happens when you get old. It,
Yeah.
it actually is what happens. You're a rebellious teenager. You grow and you fight the system, and you fought the system till you finally grow, you mature, and you understand the system, and you cope with the system because the system is working for you. You've made your way into the system, and now you pretty much are the system. He's the system.
Yep.
He's the establishment he fought when he was the voice for the voiceless or the
Yep.
voice of the voiceless. And I've seen this so many times with different feuds that he's had. He always has shining moments on the mic, but then he gets exposed the other half, right? Because he's not as good. Like he's not as good. It's just like in basketball. It's just like in football. Like anything that the you're great for your time, but then people come in and they do what you did better than you did. They evolve what you did into a better form. And people learn from those promos. They've studied his promos. They've studied his promo style to the
Yep.
point where it's ineffective. Like I'm in your head. No, you're not. You're not in Roman's head. Like Roman's sitting there calm, cool, collected, just and he's laughing at him because he's irrelevant. Like, and that's what he's fighting. He's not fighting being old. He's fighting being irrelevant. That would have
Yep.
hit him more than anything. You're old and irrelevant because that's pretty much what that old statement says. Because that's what our society does. They consider people who are old irrelevant, and they cast the elderly away because that's just our culture, which is wrong, but it just is what it is, right? And
Unfortunately, yes. I,
um,
I don't think Punk got himself any. I don't think Punk did himself any favors.
that was a terrible pro. Like he was
Now,
he once he started pandering and saying forced lines, the Punkamania, I would have roasted him so bad right then and there with the
I,
Punkamaniacs thing.
I'm wondering. I'm wondering if so. There again. After every show, there's all these this report, this report, this report. Apparently, part of this promo was going to have Roman talk about the dog, but it got changed. Now, I don't know why it got changed. They didn't say who or what changed it. I, but Punk definitely did not come off like his normal self. I don't know what's going on. I don't think Punk said no, you can't mention the dog or anything like that. That doesn't make any sense. You know, you're not going to talk
Yeah.
about his father being passed away and then say no, you can't talk about my dog being passed away.
So just thinking about that, Roman did have one great line about part timing because he said something about part timing. He was like, everybody doesn't get that luxury. You should just ask your wife because his
Oh,
wife is part timing, which
yep,
was a great line. And
yep,
that guy, like, all like Roman just seemed more prepared for this
big
than
time,
Punk was.
big
And
time. And
Punk,
it's almost like back in the day. Remember when Roman and John Cena had their little back and forth, and Roman stumbled over what he was saying, and Cena slapped him right in the mouth right there. It's called a promo, son. You got to work on these right
it,
there in
it
front of the
just,
crowd.
I mean, he's right,
Oh,
but
sure, he's right, but you
just,
Punk definitely was not as prepared as he normally is. It just
yeah.
it felt like a lot of Roman and yeah, Punk wasn't eating anything back for Roman to really react on.
And I think that's that because Roman was opening it up for Punk, and
Yep.
Punk just had nothing. Like
Nope.
he just went back to what a great day to be alive, and like say something.
Yep.
And that's my one of my problems. I have many with CM Punk. If he's not seething and like saying the low hanging fruit, none of it has substance. Like he's great. He starts yelling into the mic. He did an interview with Dave LaGreca, saying that, I studied all the greats and people don't yell, but like that's how he gets his point. He is a
Right.
yeller. Like I listened, I think it was last week. He comes out there, he's doing a promo by himself because Roman's not there before the Usos came out there. And all he's doing is yelling. All he's doing is saying words. And like a lot of it has no meaning.
Right.
Once again, I just think people have this fantasy of what Punk was, and they're bringing that into what he is now. And he's just not that person anymore. He's evolved. And there's nothing wrong with that. Same thing with AJ. She's not the person she was in 2013.
No, not at
But
all.
they're still trying to make her that character, and it's not working.
No.
Like you have to let people grow. That's one of the things that Chris Jericho did more better than anybody was he can evolve. He changed up what he did all of the time. Like he never was the same person. Like 5 years, you'll get 7 or 8 different Chris Jericho characters.
Yep.
Like Punk is still the same Punk. It simply doesn't work. He don't have really much to say about Joe other than Roman, other than he's a part timer, right?
Yeah.
And the crowd is not booing that. Like the
No.
crowd, like the thing with the Usos, that's real. Like that was real. Hey, your father wasn't home. My father wasn't home. I want to be home. My kids. I respect that more than anything. Fuck the fans. Like seriously. Like dude is fucking beat leukemia 2 or 3 times. He
Yep.
wants to spit. Like I never saw that as a negative. There are a lot of
No.
people who do.
No.
Like
Not at all.
dude has done it all.
He said it. He's done everything he could possibly do in the business.
Yes. Like would I love to see him more? Yes, but I'm okay with like, bro, live your life. Be with your kids. Like
Yep.
be with your family because you you beat a fucking life threat. Like the fact and the fact that the dude like leukemia is no joke. Like that is nothing to frown. Like that's nothing
No.
to make light of. Like that's no joke. So if the dude only wrestled once every year, if he pulled the Undertaker off and just did WrestleManias for the rest of his career, I wouldn't care.
No.
Like
Not at
because
all.
you like one, it's your life and you
Yep.
do whatever makes you happy. Uh but yeah, that's all Punk has is a part-timer joke. But I think that Roman ruined that with the family thing. Like that backstage segment was like,
Yep.
nah, family over everything, and
It
I
took the wind
respect
out
it.
of his sails.
It did because that's all he had, and
M-
Roman said that, and I think that threw him off more than anything
I
because he
was going to
can't
say
just beat him up on
maybe
being a
he
part timer.
maybe Punk was watching that backstage segment and it took the wind out of anything else he was going to say. Because how do you combat that? How do you shit on a guy for wanting to spend time with his family? Like, yeah, the
I mean, there are
American dream
ways to
now.
do it.
The American dream now is to work less and be with your family more. It's not to work more. It's to work less and spend more time at home with your family.
I mean, the only way to really to combat that is to turn heel, like and just and berate him and his family,
Right.
like that's really the only way. And Punk just had nothing, and I think that's what made the
No,
segment that's what made the segment not as strong as it could have
I'm
been.
I'm curious to see what happens on Monday because I believe they're both there again. I think Roman's there every Monday now until Mania. There's only four left, 4 or 5 left.
I mean, I think we finally get fisticuffs, like because I think that this promo didn't is simply not going the way that they
It's
thought it was
not.
going to go.
No.
And now we have to fight. Like now we have to just get into anger and we move past the words at least until until the Raw before WrestleMania. Let's just fight each other. Like let's just do dastardly things to each other because we hate each other. We've already figured that out. Now let's just fight, right?
Yeah.
You punch me in my face. Now I'm gonna Superman punch you next week.
That's
And
what
we
people are
just
wanting. I don't want to see them talk anymore because there's really nothing
yeah.
left to say at this point. Do you realize that the show we do before WrestleMania this year will be number 50?
Okay.
The week of WrestleMania is our actual 50th show.
That's awesome. I did not pay
I didn't
attention.
realize we had done that many. It don't feel like it.
I mean, we start last year around WrestleMania?
And we started maybe after
Was
or
it
close
after
to that.
WrestleMania?
I don't know. What's 50
No, I
shows?
think
Close
no,
to
I think
WrestleMania?
well, no, we missed some. We missed a few weeks.
We definitely miss a few. But yeah, but
I
we're
think
hitting.
it. I
If
think it was
things
the
go,
Elimination Chamber.
was it Elimination
It was
Chamber?
The Rock. It was The
That's
Rock.
right,
The
it was.
Rock is what. It was The Rock. It was the.
Could Randy Orton have been on the phone with The Rock?
I thought of that too. That makes absolutely no sense, but at the same time, it does.
Because ticket sales are down and you need The Rock?
Well, I mean, I don't think The Rock will boost
No,
ticket sales.
no,
I
not
mean,
at this point.
unless they announce he's going to have a match, unless he gets inserted into the main event with, and then becomes a three-way: CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and uh, The Rock,
I'm good.
because Punk insulted his family.
I'm good.
I mean,
I'm good.
I don't. It wouldn't boost my ticket sale. I'm not
Nope.
buying the ticket anyway. I don't
Nope.
think
I'm
it.
good.
I mean, it would. It would. It
Yeah.
actually probably would. It'll move the needle. He has millions of followers.
He
But
does.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
No.
But it is TKO. TKO cares about nothing but money, so anything's possible.
It's
Like the fans will boo the whole show. They don't care because they've already bought tickets,
yep.
right? Like so,
Basically.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they don't care.
But before we go, let me see if I could pull up the matches we have so
I,
far for
I have that.
WrestleMania.
I was waiting for
Oh, you
that.
do? Oh,
I
that's what
have
I'm
that.
talking about.
Yes, sir. So
All right. So what do we have so far?
we'll start at the bottom. We got, and they keep changing the graphics. The graphics change every week. It's weird. But anyway, we got Brock Oba, right? Oba should go over.
Okay. I wonder what night that's going to open because Brock only opens or closes.
That's true. That is true. I mean,
it'll be night two.
If Brock isn't feeling it, Brock's going to do night one and get out. And
Touche.
He'll be landing at his farm right when the main event ends.
Touche. It makes sense.
Women's World Championship match number 1, Stephanie versus Liv.
Okay, I'm a little less excited, but it's still going to be a good match.
It is. It'll be a good match. Who do you think's going to win versus who do you want to win?
Liv's going to win. Liv has to win. And yeah.
Okay.
Liv will win.
Women's Championship match number 2, Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. Is there any way that Jade leaves WrestleMania with the belt?
No.
I kind of agree.
No, there's no way. There's absolutely no way unless there's only one way Jade leaves with the title.
We're thinking the same thing, I bet. Go ahead.
If Bianca comes back.
That's what I was thinking.
That's the only way.
My girl's doing rehab every day on that finger.
That is the only way. And I don't see that happening.
I mean, she could still lose and Bianca come back and beat her ass in the loss. But
no.
Her winning.
That makes no sense.
I mean, they kind of drug out her reign, hoping Bianca would come back a little. I think that was a little bit part of why her reign lasted.
The only way she wins is if Bianca comes back and help her win. Like to set up Rhea versus Bianca. That's the only way she wins. Like Bianca has to come back and beat up Rhea Ripley.
I thought she
Jade
would come
to win
back
that match.
Jade.
No.
Okay.
No. They're not going to do that. That would be stupid.
The only other two matches we have are the men's heavyweight championship match, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. There's no way Punk wins. Like, I can't see Punk walking out of WrestleMania with the belt. No. Oh, hey, Pete. Thanks for showing up. And good night.
Oh, night, man.
And the other match is Cody versus Randy. And again, I can't see Cody walking out with the belt. I can see every belt changing hands on this WrestleMania card that we have announced so far.
I could see Cody winning. I could see Cody sending everybody home night one happy.
Is it happy though? I think more people want Randy to win at this point.
See, you'd be surprised, man. This Vegas crowd is gonna be like Vegas is a weird place because it's just a tourist place, so there's no real
Yeah.
homegrown fans. So it's gonna
Yep.
be a Modge Podge. Like Oba and Brock is not gonna get the same pop that they got on Monday night because it's just gonna be casual fans and rich people who can afford to go. Right, and those people don't really cheer like that. Like, it's not the Sky Dome. It's not
Right.
like it's not gonna be like it was. Like, I don't think we'll ever get that feeling like that
No.
WrestleMania 17, Rock and Hogan. Like
No.
it we I
Even
wish.
unless unless you're somewhere like a London or somewhere one of those arenas, like Saudi is a
Yes.
different animal, and they'll cheer, but they're not going to cheer as hard as like they did in France, like they would in Ireland, like they will at
See,
these other.
I disagree.
You think?
I'm no, there's gonna be a reason why they cheer because they're gonna wanna sound loud. Like, when WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia, before WrestleMania starts, there's going to be a Saudi Arabian sultan or prince who's going to go out there and say, "Y'all better cheer as loud as anybody else on this planet. Like, y'all better be so loud." And in between matches, they're going to make sure that they're pumping this. Like, they're going to try to be the loudest crowd
Gotcha.
ever, and it's going to be because somebody's yelling at them to do it.
Okay.
It
Touche.
it is a fact. It is a
Touche.
fact. They're gonna try. It's probably not gonna work because they were loud for the last thing that they had, the Royal Rumble. They were
They
loud for the
were.
Royal Rumble.
They were.
Uh,
You know what? It's them. It's it was them stupid lights on the seat that everybody kept saying the stadium was dead, and it wasn't dead. But anyway,
no,
but I
but
agree with you.
but
You're not going to get the loud. You're not going to get the like the who when Oba's
yeah,
coming down. You're not going to you'll hear it, but it's
yeah,
not going
you'll
to be as
hear it, but it
loud as
won't.
it should be.
Yeah,
Last night,
and also because it's a huge stadium too. Like, it's huge, so you have to be really loud
yep.
in order to be really loud.
Last night, the you could feel it. You're not going to get that in Vegas, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was, uh, what?
I hope we're proved wrong, but I don't think we will be.
Nah, it's Vegas. Vegas is just it's a weak sports town.
Yep.
Like, even for the Super Bowl, it's a weak sports town. It's because there are no, like, Vegas people are not going to this. People are gonna fly in from all over the world, and they're there for the experience, man. They're not there. They're not
Right.
there to cheer.
Right.
Like, even though the Hardys, like, the reason why that WrestleMania was so big was the pop that the Hardys got when they, like, the different, like, you become part of something memorable when you make it memorable. If you
Yes.
don't make it memorable, then everybody's gonna forget it. Like, that's just the nature of wrestling. Rock Hogan was really memorable because everybody cheered for Hogan. Like,
Yep.
that I got chills watching that match. I was like, why is everybody cheering for Hogan? Oh, why do I want to cheer for Hogan right now? Because everybody's cheering. Like, it was deafening. Like
It
that.
was.
That was a terrible match. That was not a good match.
No.
But everybody cheered for everything he did. Like, it
Yep.
was insane.
Yep. It was a
Like, that's
great throwback to when Hogan was at his peak. And
he wasn't at his peak then, though. Like, that was on the
no. I
downswing of
mean,
Hogan.
they were
Yeah.
cheering
Yes,
and
yeah,
made
they were
him
cheering
to
that
come
guy.
back at his
Yeah,
peak. They weren't
yeah,
the guy that was the guy that was wrestling. That was a bad match. Like,
yes.
I mean, that was a bad match. But the
It
crowd
just
made it something special.
yes, correct. And we haven't had that in a while.
No.
Daniel Bryan is like the last one or
Yep.
Kofi. Like, when Kofi won, everybody was cheering the entire time. But yeah, like, I'm getting a little more excited for WrestleMania.
It's
Slightly.
I want to see what the rest of the card looks like. I need to see some more. I need to see some really good, like, these championship matches are all well and good, but I want to see the stuff that's going to fill it out. That's going to make me interested in sitting in Matt's house for 8 hours on a Saturday.
You gonna be disappointed because this
I know.
gonna be crazy. These like I'm You know what? Next week, we're gonna go over the matches we think are gonna happen in
Okay,
WrestleMania because they're telling stories
sure.
and they're building matches, but do we care about those matches? That's the question, and we're gonna answer that next week
I'm looking forward to that.
on the Island of Relevancy. But thank you so much. Of course, Matt stopping in. He's probably face down on a bench somewhere, like
I hope
because
so.
he's just sloshed.
I hope so.
In J
Pete.
Remar. I don't
That's
know.
Pete.
Oh, Pete.
That's
Thank you
Pete.
so much for popping in, Pete. And we'll catch y'all next week. And I think somebody else popped in.
Ray and Ange popped in for a minute.
Oh,
It was
of
probably
course.
Ange, but yeah.
Ray and Ange always showing love to the Island of Relevancy. We appreciate you guys so much. And we'll catch you next week, hopefully on Wednesday night. So I
Sure.
don't have to make an excuse to not watch Dynamite. Because I will not watch Dynamite tomorrow night anyway. But we'll catch y'all next week on the Island of Relevancy, and we're going to talk about more WrestleMania.
Can't wait.